trio of canine companions, the aftermath of her father-in-law's sudden stroke. Amidst this whirlwind, 6 children and a faithful dog infused an extra layer of commotion, yet within the chaos, the steadfast value of family illuminated the path. Her task seemed simple: a swift detour to claim her hard-earned paycheck before her impending 3:00 p.m. work shift. However, the mundane was on the brink of transformation. A tire mishap in the fast lane unfolded, forcing her to brake as the car ahead slowed. In her rear-view mirror materialized a haunting sight: the looming grille of an oncoming semi-truck, a chilling premonition of her destiny. Gripped by overwhelming fear, she whispered, "I can't believe I'm going to die today." Moments later, the truck's catastrophic embrace flung her beyond the bounds of time into an otherworldly, serene realm. Panic dissolved into an abyss of love and tranquility, a love transcending the ordinary, the unmistakable embrace of the divine. Here, she found herself surrounded by enigmatic beings, including her grandmother, a puzzle that took 7 long years to unravel. Her upbringing instilled faith in God, yet life's hardships birthed anger toward him. This near-death encounter, however, presented incontrovertible evidence of his existence, humbling her in the face of past doubts. In his presence, she felt comforted, akin to a child in a safe, warm haven. A profound life review ensued, showcasing her myriad good deeds, some unbeknownst even to herself. Joy swelled within her, feeling the impact of her love on others, and God's words, "I'm so proud of you," finally granted her the sought-after sense of achievement. Alongside the light, she confronted the hurtful actions she'd taken, embarking on a complex, emotionally charged journey of introspection. The encounter she underwent was nothing short of profound. It delved deep into the realms of self-judgment and the embrace of divine love. Far from the anticipated fiery reproaches or harsh condemnations, it unfolded as an inward odyssey. Within this journey, she found herself assuming the role of her sternest critic, meticulously rehashing her past actions. It mirrored the reminiscent instances of her childhood when her missteps were caught by her parents. The pangs of inner regret were unmistakable throughout this introspective scrutiny. God didn't wield reprimands or issue dire warnings of infernal consequences. This wasn't the fearsome deity ingrained in her upbringing. The true challenge lay in acknowledging that God had already extended forgiveness. The pivotal revelation lay in self-forgiveness as the indispensable key. Until she granted herself this absolution, the encompassing love of God remained just beyond her grasp. It wasn't merely about striving for an elevated status after committing errors. It was about embracing the unwavering love of God. This newfound understanding empowered her to approach life candidly and openly, driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge and propelled by curiosity. The divine love she experienced bore a striking resemblance to the unconditional affection she held for her children, irrespective of their faults. She grasped that holding her children accountable didn't necessitate inflicting harm through words. Witnessing their sadness made her feel like a disappointment. Countless apologies were accompanied by cascades of divine love, serving as her solace. Upon the conclusion of the soulful reckoning, the purpose of her existence unfurled before her in an awe-inspiring revelation. The enormity of realizing her significance in the eyes of God was overpowering. Never had she comprehended that God had known her so intimately all along. The realization struck her hard. Her self-criticism had been relentless. In a poignant inquiry, God posed, "Why would I have crafted you the way you are if I desired you to be someone else?" She was uniquely designed to fulfill an exclusive role that no other could execute as intended. The importance of refraining from harsh judgment towards others was emphasized. Some were meant to instruct, others to learn, and many to do both. A torrent of questions surged within her. She sought answers regarding her tumultuous upbringing, and God revealed her deliberate choice in traversing that particular life path. Every experience was an indispensable fragment of an expedition aimed at accruing wisdom and perpetuating her mission. The unveiling of Earth as a sanctum where the ultimate assessment constituted the final exam painted a vivid tableau. Post this assessment, graduation signified a return homeward. The crux of the lesson distilled down to love, the expanse of God's love, self-affection, and love for fellow beings. She was shown what remained for her to accomplish, to which her response was a simple, "I'm capable." Her readiness to fulfill her purpose exuded from her very being. The vision persisted, offering an unforeseen choice. Do you wish to remain or depart? The gravity of the decision bore down upon her, inducing a moment of hesitation, and she murmured, almost. A yearning to rectify errors and embrace God's love on earth lingered within. Yet her decision was swift, and the vision abruptly drew to a close, transitioning from a celestial discourse back to the tangible world, clutching the steering wheel of her van. Her thoughts raced wildly within the depths of an extraordinary experience, echoing disbelief. Can this really be happening? A mere trio of fleeting seconds had offered profound insights, leaving her perplexed, yearning to extend the ephemeral moment, aching to share boundless affection. The influx of sensations cascading through her mind intrigued her with its overwhelming capacity. Yet, a lingering pang of regret lingered, a sorrow for not venturing closer toward the beckoning light. Despite this, her choice had swiftly been made. In an instant, her ethereal journey concluded, abruptly drawing her back into the earthly realm, leaving behind the embrace of God's love, the presence of her grandmother, and the memory of a departed friend. A whisper echoed in the recesses of her mind, "Release the brake and accelerate." The collision of the truck ensued, setting off a domino effect, hurtling a car towards the heart of the road. Had she chosen departure, the accident would have unfolded as a tragic saga for a family. The brunt of the impact would have been borne by her body, not her essence. The embrace of God's love enveloped her, radiating warmth and solace. After several hours, the apprehension of surveying the wreckage gradually dissipated, replaced by a visit to the hospital. Her neck immobilized, the diagnosis was mere whiplash, a revelation that startled the attending medical staff. As her initial comprehension faded, she uttered, "I must stay." Like everyone else, she sought her path, guided by the mantra, "When faced with adversity, I shall persevere." She remained steadfast in the belief of vigilant divine presence, aspiring always to give her utmost. Prayer used to be a struggle, yet post-accident, her conversations with the divine became as effortless as chatting with a friend, unrestricted by time or place. A week prior to the truck incident, she stood in her yard, venting her frustrations about the trials of life, openly challenging the Almighty. Concerned about prying eyes, her husband intervened. The aftermath reshaped her perception, unveiling the profound care of God and silencing her desperate supplications. The subsequent year tested her fortitude, prompting reflection on her decision to remain on earth, where she unearthed invaluable lessons. Occasional rays of sunlight serve as a reminiscent trigger of her homeland, a gentle reminder of the unwavering love of the divine. She now embraces life's tribulations as adventures, extracting wisdom from each encounter. The brush with mortality left her feeling like a spiritual wanderer, grappling to assimilate into conventional religious settings without interjecting. It doesn't quite work like that. Her pursuit of a cohesive faith community persists. In her day-to-day endeavors, Akin to a prolonged church visit spanning 12 hours, she seeks kindred spirits. A compassionate response from an acquaintance enabled her to candidly share her divine experiences, dispelling any uncertainties. Encountering another survivor of a near-death experience after a service proved enlightening. They exchanged unearthly encounters, divulging the names of their spiritual companions. Out of curiosity, she sought her companion's name in a dream, persistently receiving Amy, affirming its authenticity. Subsequently, her family and friends followed suit, uncovering names for their ethereal allies. Acknowledging the comforting embrace found in faith and the unseen, she finds solace in the notion that aid emanates from realms beyond our tangible existence. Her approach involves releasing the urge to scrutinize each event meticulously, instead fostering an unwavering conduit to connect with Amy, ensuring a steady channel for communication. In moments of adversity, she frequently arises from slumber with solutions at hand, a subtle indication of celestial guidance intervening. Her anticipation for the forthcoming reunion remains palpable, infused with a profound sense of gratitude for this extraordinary and enduring bond.